what you thought of the orb guy.
Lucky me, aren't you the orb guy? But I don't really know that much about it.
It is, in fact, that I am the orb guy, and I was like, I should jump in here, because I actually got back on the phone line. I was in the call queue, but they ended the show early, and I was like, damn, I can't even explain to Matt how it was, why it was I was saying that it was that the orb was unknowable as opposed to knowable, and I was gonna try to clear that up. That's why I called back in, but I'm doubting that he's gonna just kind of dart in the room here.
Just to confirm, because I'm trying to remember, are you the guy that saw a thing and jumped off a roof?
Yeah, that was the second story. That was the second story. But I was going to argue the ephemeral event would be you wouldn't be able to know it because it's already passed. It's non-recoverable, and so it would be my position that the orb event would be unknowable as opposed to possibly knowable. And of course, there might be some contingent ancillary, like go back in time sort of future technology that would allow it, but otherwise I was gonna mention that. But yes, I am.
I do remember the rest of the people coming to the conclusion that it was ball lightning because it can pass through walls, and it seemed to describe what you were describing.
Well, yeah, they came to that. I was incapable of coming to that based on my understanding of ball lightning, but they at least opened that avenue up. Anyway, I'm supposing that no one that's actually in the call center there or at the actual headquarters of the atheist community is darting through these rooms. Maybe I'll step downstairs, see what's going on there in the question answer. I'm not even certain of what the question answer is all about. Let's see what that's about.
Oh yeah, that's where they're doing it.
Oh, that's where they're doing it. All right. Well, let me take a step downstairs. Good jumping in. Here we go.
Because their identity is associated with the beliefs, and they think of their beliefs as obvious, but when you point out that they're not, it sort of gets to their credibility, gets to their sense of the world and whether it's accurate or not, and these sorts of things, and it's a little threatening, maybe.
It's a little, it's. I don't know. We talked about it quite a bit today when I went off about people exaggerating and how important it is for people to believe. And if you don't believe them, they present the defensiveness is, oh, you're saying I'm lying, and it's like, no, I'm not saying you're lying about what you experienced. I'm saying I don't accept your explanation for what you experienced. And so the people come with a bunch of arguments and no evidence. I mean, or an ounce of evidence, I suppose, if we're going to include like anecdotal stuff. What really needs to happen is that people need to understand, hey, my position is not that the conclusion you've reached is necessarily wrong and I can prove it. It's that the conclusion you reached is not warranted by the evidence and argument. And that's just as frustrating to people, because when you apply the burden of proof correctly, like the caller who was like, oh, you're just trying to put the burden of proof on Christians. Yes, I am. And Muslims and Jews and Scientologists and people who think that vaccines cause autism, and the people who claim that the earth is flat, and the people who claim that Bigfoot is real and that he sneaks in their room and, probes their anus or whatever, or that they were abducted by aliens. Putting the burden of proof on all of them. Actually, I'm not. They did when they asserted a position. I know it's frustrating. Like the recent debate that I did with inspiring philosophy here at the building. It was, here's a couple of arguments, syllogisms. And of course, one of the conclusions was all is mind. Well, that automatically makes his syllogism invalid. If you look at it, I didn't point it out during the debate because I didn't want to try and get a technical when I wanted to actually talk about the subject. But the conclusion was all is mind. And the word all, or the concept all, wasn't in any of the premises. And so if you get to a conclusion that has a term which isn't our argument is invalid, now, he wouldn't believe me that it was invalid. And I'm like, okay, I don't know how else to show you. I mean, this is about the structure of the argument. And it's because he thought that he had an argument that was sound and, well, what I meant to say was tratter, which is why I didn't point it out during the debate. It's a technical thing. And by the way, the conclusion, all is mind, doesn't in any way support the notion that the explanation for the origin of the universe and consciousness is a mind that he wants to label God. I don't think I'm even answering your question anymore.
Maybe we can go to the next question.
Is Matt live?
We have a question from Megan TST667. Matt, what is your take on people like Huff Paranormal, spirit boxes, and electronic voice phenomenon? Is there anything to it whatsoever? People like who? Huff Paranormal. I don't know who that is, but when it comes to like electronic voice phenomenon and things like that, there's been no demonstration. Well, first of all, I think most of it, I would argue that a good chunk of it is debunked in the same way like the backmasking did. That the more plausible explanation is that when you speak out loud and reverse it, people are going to hear things within it. Because, we're pushing air. I could actually be breathing in kind of maybe a little bit. It doesn't matter. I can't prove that those things aren't true. It's just that they haven't met their burden of proof. The same thing with, a ghost came in, or just ghost hunters in general, not just electronic voice phenomenon. I think that's weird. With those sort of paranormal things, there is an avenue on which, if it were religious, you could attack it, but since it's not religious, you can't. And that is what I was trying to get to with the floating ball, which is if you're going to conclude that is a manifestation from a god, the God view has all kinds of other things, Why wouldn't God do it this way? Why is God providing evidence, but he's only providing to some, and it's to some extent. That doesn't happen when you start talking about ghosts, because the truth is, we have no evidence that there are ghosts or that they're interacting or what they want. When I was a Christian, it was a lot easier. Ghosts were demons. When you die, you go to heaven or hell, and you don't ever get out of there, and you're not going to come back down and, haunt or even attempt to comfort the people that you knew. You're in heaven, you're there for eternity. You're in hell, you're there for eternity. There is no spiritual nebulous thing. Within the doctrine of what I was taught as a Christian, if you set aside the religiosity, now all of a sudden, ghosts, you don't have those grounds to attack ghosts on. But you're still in a position where, okay, you recorded in a basement that was supposedly haunted, and when you listen to the recording, you heard, and you concluded that this is, what is it about a terrible audio recorder? It's electronic. It's not recording audio. If that's the case, then why did you have to turn it on? Why did it have to record audio, and why did it have to, I should be able to take an audio recorder and set it down there with no microphone on it. If it's truly an electronic voice phenomenon, just cut the wires that go to the microphone, push, and I should still hear. And at the end of the day, what we have is, here's a phenomenon. What's the explanation for it? And it's, I don't know. Now, in some cases, I think we have a good understanding of how we play tricks on ourselves. We can use things like optical illusions to show how our perceptions aren't reliable. But we're not going to have to go that far. To two of your friends about something that you did a year ago, all of you are going to have a different story. All of you are going to be convinced that you're right and you're true, unless what you're saying is true. And if it didn't, if you don't have like a recording of the event to show it, how are you going to know which one of you is right? I've had arguments like that with friends of mine.
Charisma. That's the most charisma. Gets the argument won.
Yeah. That's a good meme. the whole this meme thing with the German and the English, that's actually relevant to Houdini because he was desperate to talk to his mother after she died, so he would run around to spirit mediums. And even the ones that were supposedly the best at it, one of them really screwed up because, first of all, his mom spoke to him in English and she didn't speak in English. And she referred to him as Harry, which was his stage name, and she would never refer to him as anything other than Eric, which was his actual name. So, yeah. Doesn't prove that it was Houdini's mom. Maybe
Listen to skepticism.
Maybe Houdini's mom had developed powers in the afterlife to speak English and refer to her name by a different name. Go ahead, sorry.
Okay, our next question is from Hassan, and it's toward Matt. What kind of epistemological position do you hold, and what is your position on the philosophy of science? Are you a scientific realist or scientific instrumentalist? Define those beliefs.
Okay, one more time. Because I want to screw this up.
What kind of epistemological, what is your position?
Was there?
Okay.
So, while I tend not to label this because, first of all, I'm an autodidactic dilettante and I'm not with how I label it. I'm a big advocate of Hume's views on epistemology, specifically as they tie to scientific skepticism. But of the current models, I think Susan Huck's foundherentism, which is a combination of foundationalism and coherentism, is probably best described as where I'm at right now.
Okay, and the next portion is, do you consider yourself a scientific instrumentalist, and how do you justify that belief?
I don't know that I consider myself either of those, or that I have the same understanding of the person that's asking a question, which is why I tend to avoid labels. But when it comes, so I'm like this, science in the sense that it's methodological naturalism rather than philosophical naturalism. I'm also that way. I'm not asserting what doesn't exist. Whether this qualifies as instrumentalist or realist, I legitimately do not know which category my position actually fits into, because I haven't bothered to. I don't go around saying, oh, look, here's a category of scientific realism, here's one of scientific instrumentalism. I don't know that I've ever bothered to study the difference between the two of them to figure out which one I fit in. I just know how to just describe what my actual position is. So the science doesn't make proclamations of truth. Truth may in fact be unattainable in the
Well, guys, so I've been typing in the background just to let you know, whoever's listening.
Is that which composes reality, and that is subject to. I can't demonstrate that reality is real. I can't solve the problem before it solves it. But I'm stuck experiencing some reality. Analytic.
I typed basically to the guy, because somebody's fielding the questions here, format, and I was on the Atheist Experience, and at the end of the call I said the orb event was unknowable, and he said, what are you, a physicist? Which physicist did you speak to? And even though I did reach out to Susskind, I felt that it was a tangent that Matt was mentioning. And so I just got done typing to the guy fielding the questions. I said, for Matt, I was going to clarify to Matt, being Mike the Orb guy, that when I said unknowable, it was due to the ephemeral nature of the event. So I'm referring to a one-time, unrecoverable event. Hence, lest going back in time, that orb event is unknowable. Matt, is it possible that you understand my point here? Anyway, so I'll see whether or not he speaks on it. That's all I'm waiting for. So perhaps it shouldn't be live because there's not going to be a lot of interaction here.
For me, it was Madeline Murray O'Hare, but I didn't know it for many years later. I remember being a kid, and I was sitting at home watching the Phil Donahue show. My mom had it on while she was doing something else, and here was this woman who was saying things about Christianity, and it was the first time I'd heard anything at all like that. And my mom came in and turned the TV off and said that that one was evil and was trying to destroy God's country, and was an evil atheist. That was the first time I heard the word. Later on, when I heard somebody refer to secular humanism, I remember my mom telling me that was just code for atheism, which is how I got to, because I was just, they're the bad people who, hate God and want to destroy the world.
I think Madeline Mario here percolated through my childhood as well, because she was a kind of a celebrity.
Most hated woman in America.
Yeah. I would say Bertrand Russell's essays, I think, were some of my earlier experiences.
When I actually started, so there was this period of time where I was studying to be a pastor, and coming up with were really bad arguments. And so it reminds me of a Ben Franklin book, because Ben Franklin became a deist because a book against deism came across, and he found the arguments for deism more compelling than the ones against it, even in that book against it. For me, I was trying to prove that my views on God were reasonable and rational. And then at some point, long before I ever identified as an atheist, it was, well, clearly that's not the case. And it was about learning about reason and evidence.
Okay, and so now I'm asking, hey, for Don or Matt, would it be possible to set up a time to speak again on Discord or outside of the Atheist Experience time? I ask this because I can certainly, if given enough time, work through the logical basis and conclusions which left me bereft of anything other than accepting a higher power. Of course, Matt didn't hear the other two stories, nor how I came to submit to this conclusion. Right. Anyway, back to what they're saying.
Ingersoll, Bertrand Russell, Voltaire, and then eventually some actual writings from Madeline Mario. But then it got into more philosophers and people writing, not just like Bertrand Russell, but I would say Dennett was one of the first. I don't know. That's probably. Let's dig into every atheist that ever influenced me.
Well, I was just thinking just now that there's this odd state you're in before you even realize the term exists, right? And you don't even really have anything to grab onto. And once you have the term, it's a lot easier because you can go find people that agree with it and disagree with it, and there's this sort of a position there.
And it's still that way.
Yeah,
there's tons of people within the secular community who are going to argue and disagree over what the atheist label means and who qualifies and everything else. And for me, so I remember I'd be in church Sunday morning, Sunday night, and of course when people show up, they fill out the visitor cards. Monday night was always visitation, and so you would have groups of people who would grab a handful of visitation cards, to fill a particular area of town, and you would go out and you would go door to door on Monday to say, hey, you fill a visitation card when you were, coming to talk to you, walking into the congregation, all this other stuff. In some cases, we would run across people who weren't believers. I didn't know that somebody who didn't believe was essentially functionally identical to atheists. Atheists were this evil, we're trying to destroy religion.
So the guy doing the triage responded with, I will suggest emailing them. And so then I responded to him, please, can you DM me, that's direct mail me their email or post it here, please.
Like that atheist label was reserved for something
evil and
ungodly. Like these are the people who are working for and with the devil. I grew out of that. All right, one more, and then I'm going to eat.
Okay, the next question is from D. Crookston. This is Matt. A while ago you said something about not believing in or not agreeing with the concept of qualia. What did you mean by that?
I think that qualia, given my understanding of it, is a MacGuffin actually describe anything that is real. It's not like it's an intrinsic property of something. It has to do, because we're so bad at describing our experience of something. And so, like, one of the best examples that people came up with that I'm aware of is Mary in the color room. And so Mary has lived her entire life in a room without color, or without the color red, I think is where the primary example comes in. And so she experiences red for the first time and informs herself about red. But let's have a version of Mary in the color room, where even though she's never seen the color red and never processed, her brain's never processed the color red at all, but we say that Mary knows everything there is to know about the color red. When she opens the door and sees red for the first time, does she learn anything new? Well, intuitively, yes, because there's that experience that she doesn't have. But however, if we defined her as having all knowledge of red, then that knowledge would include whatever she could possibly get from that experience.
Well, see, now, so they did send me the email address to the atheist, and what Matt's using, he said something about a MacGuffin, which I'm not certain, and then he's talking about qualia. I generally pin qualia in the phenomenological abductive sense, because he's speaking about how our organism apprehends senses or sensory datum, and that this is generally considered phenomenological. And so I would love to parry and parse all this out with Matt. And perhaps what I'll do is I will just speak a little bit longer here, and then I'll send a link to this video to Matt and see, see what he has to say, because I've long held that my experiences were stacked. They were. I was able to describe them. I'm able to describe them, but I'm not able. I'm in a lot of cases able to justify them. In terms of speaking about them, or speaking about them in terms of logical categorical sets. In terms of this particular case is an inductive. I'm using induction here to come to a particular conclusion based on the number of this class of this indexes of these experiences, which I'm using anecdote to explain, right? And but we never did, as opposed to rambling on to whomever the viewer is on my channel and or to Matt, these other two experiences without having Matt as a direct interlocutor. It's difficult to be able to negotiate what his concerns would be, such as at the end of the Atheist Experience, my time with him, because he hung up on me because I suggested not. He was trying to leave me in an agnostic position of my experience, whether it was with this other woman or not, is not yet knowable, or he almost put me in a, you cannot say it's not knowable because that's so egotistical, right? And then he hung up on me, and after he asked, well, did you have any physicists? And I said, well, I sent a message to Susskind at Stanford. Years later, I had ghost hunters in the place, but the point was, when I said it was unknowable, once again, it was due to the ephemerality of the event. It would be as if you walked along a shoreline once and saw a pretty rock or a shell that you and somebody else saw, and you picked it up and then you set it down and you walked away, and something up ahead made you think that it was a very, very special sort of rock, but that you were never ever to go back to that location. And then let's say the whole place was overly flooded, so you knew you could never reapproach the situation, right? Something akin to that, an unrecoverable event. And so basically, that's why I said the event is unknowable. But anyway, let me see what they're saying here. Okay, looks like they've paused. All right, well, what I'll do is I'm going to just go ahead and stop this recording at 25 minutes. Thanks to whomever is watching, and ciao out. Boing.